Carlos Carrasco was good again last night. Jim, would you give him the ball as a starter in the postseason?
I wouldn't hesitate. You know, I've seen him pitch in the postseason. He had one bad one against the Yankees, I think, about 2020. But prior to that, he had started against the Yankees and maybe the Twins. And he's got postseason experience. So that you start there. That helps a lot when you're pitching, especially that first game in any round. And then I think because of the stuff and what we've seen, his ability to throw strikes, that split finger pitch that gets righties and lefties out, it's such a good weapon. And no other starter that in my, outside of Tom Walker has that type of pitch, that differential that you look for in the postseason. For me, I wouldn't hesitate at all. But either way, if he's not on the rotation, he has to be on that pitching staff, even coming out of the bullpen.
Yeah, I would agree, though. He does. He still has a tendency to throw in a clunker when you least expect it sometimes. And as I said earlier, he's got to be on his game with that split change because otherwise he just gets beat up with the fastball. So there's a lot going on. I still like Walker. I know he hasn't been great, but I still think Walker, if he can make some adjustments with that split, it could be just as effective. But I have a feeling when it comes right down to it, as Jim said, they're going to take that experience in the postseason.
Well, I prefer the experience of Carlos Carrasco. He's been there, done that from his time with the Cleveland Indians. And the issue I have with Walker is I've seen the blow-ups with him, especially here in the second half. You saw it against the Atlanta Braves a couple weeks ago. Did not pitch great against the Pittsburgh Pirates. These guys are auditioning for a playoff spot to be that fourth starter. I prefer Carrasco.
The only question I would have, and Jim, I'll ask you this, I don't trust Peterson or Walker to transition to the bullpen. I would Carlos Carrasco. So does that factor into your decision?
Right. It does a little bit, Sal, for me, but you also need guys that can give you innings. Carrasco, if he gave you 5, that would be, I think, more important than probably a 1-inning stint out of the bullpen. I don't think he can go back-to-back days either. At least I don't know if he can.
It's a nice option to have, though, for the Mets. It's luxury. Carrasco has been good. Assuming health, they should be in good shape, whichever way they decide. Carrasco getting the ball or moving him to the bullpen and having Peterson or Walker take that start.